Do you want to know something that might unsettle you, something that you've likely experienced, but perhaps shrugged off? The favors you've been asked to do, the ones that seem simple enough, but leave you feeling drained, are not just minor inconveniences, they're traps. And no, I'm not here to overdramatize everyday favors or scare you away from helping others. The reality is these favors often come with strings attached, hidden costs that you pay not with money, but with pieces of your peace. Do you understand why these favors feel so heavy? Think about it. Every time you agree to one of these simple favors, why does it feel like you're giving up more than just your time? It's because deep down you sense that what's being asked of you isn't just a moment of assistance. It's a test of your boundaries, a subtle exploitation of your generosity. These aren't just favors. They are calculated requests that often benefit one side far more than the other, typically not yours. So why do we keep saying yes? Is it because we fear the discomfort of saying no, or because we hope our kindness will be reciprocated? Let's peel back the layers of these seemingly harmless requests and reveal the true nature of what it means to protect your energy and assert your value in relationships. By understanding the real cost of these favors, we can make empowered decisions that align with our principles and preserve our well-being. When confronted with requests to bend the truth, even if it's disguised as a harmless favor, you're faced with more than just a simple decision. Agreeing to tell what someone may call a little white lie can seem inconsequential, but each of these moments shapes our character and defines our ethical boundaries. Stoicism teaches us that integrity and honesty are not just ideals to be upheld when convenient, but are essential to our daily lives and the foundation of our moral character. Epictetus emphasized that our integrity is our most prized possession and must be guarded as carefully as our most valuable physical assets. He believed that each time we compromise our integrity, even in small ways, we chip away at the very core of our moral being. It's not just about the lie itself, but about what agreeing to lie says about our values and ourselves. Similarly, Carl Jung's exploration of the human psyche highlights the dangers of habitual dishonesty. According to Jung, every time we engage in a lie, we feed the darker parts of our psyche known as the shadow self. The shadow can grow with each dishonest act, eventually influencing our actions and thoughts in ways that can be far removed from our conscious values and self-image. Therefore, when someone asks you to cover for them a falsehood, the most virtuous and psychologically sound response is a firm but polite refusal, saying something like, "Sorry, I'm all about keeping it real." Not only preserve your integrity, but also communicates clearly that honesty is a priority in your life. The straightforward declaration serves as a litmus test for your relationships. The way people respond to your commitment to truth can reveal whether they truly respect and value you, or if they merely see you as a means to an end. This approach is about more than avoiding falsehood. It's about actively cultivating a life where truth is a cornerstone of all interactions. Marcus Aurelius argued that truth and transparency lead to trust and respect in all relationships, from the personal to professional. By holding fast to the truth, you become a beacon of reliability and integrity, encouraging others to rise to the same standard in practice. Upholding these principles might lead to difficult conversations and might even strain relationships in the short term. However, the long-term benefits of living authentically and maintaining a clear conscience far outweigh the temporary discomforts. Your honesty not only sets you free, but also sets a standard for others around you, fostering a culture of trust and respect. There's a delicate balance in relationships. When it comes to money matters, it often begins innocuously: a small loan to a friend in a bind, a casual advance to a colleague for lunch, $20 here, $50 there. However, when these requests become a pattern, without any mention of repayment, it's easy to feel more like a bank than a friend. The situation, while common, can strain relationships and test personal boundaries. In the world of Stoicism, the focus is always on wisdom and moderation. Seneca talks extensively about the danger of placing wealth above virtue. He suggested that while generosity is a virtue, it should not compromise one's own stability or wisdom. When friends or family continually ask for money, it's essential to apply the Stoic principle by considering not just the financial cost, but also the cost of your peace of mind. Moreover, lending money without boundaries can create an imbalance in the relationship. Carl Jung, who explored the deeper realms of our psyche, might suggest that such dynamics can lead to a shadow being cast in the relationship. This shadow could be the unspoken tensions or resentments that arise when money issues are mishandled. When you lend money repeatedly without reciprocity or acknowledgement, it can lead to feelings of being used, undervalued, or disrespected. So, how do you handle these recurring requests for money gracefully? Saying "I'd love to help, but I need to handle my own finances" is more Then a refusal or a reaffirmation of your boundaries and priorities. This response isn't just about money, it's about respecting and valuing your own financial goals and responsibilities. It sends a clear message that while you are supported, your support is not unlimited or unconditional. The response you receive can be very telling if the person understands and respects your boundaries. It indicates a healthy relationship where mutual respect is a cornerstone. However, if they respond with guilt tripping or pressure, it reveals a different dynamic, one where your value in their eyes might be more about what you can provide than who you are. This is a critical moment for reflection on the nature of the relationship. Handling money requests with Stoic wisdom means being firm, but fair. It involves acknowledging the importance of financial prudence for both parties involved. Marcus Aurelius wrote about acting in agreement with nature and reasoned choice in the context of lending money. This means making decisions that are financially and emotionally sustainable, aligning with your nature as a rational and self-respecting individual. This approach doesn't just protect your financial well-being, it also sets the stage for healthier, more honest relationships. By clearly communicating your boundaries, you encourage others to consider their requests more carefully and respect your financial autonomy. You also prevent the buildup of resentment or misunderstanding that can often accompany financial transactions among friends. There's a certain weight that comes with being entrusted with a secret, especially when it's of a dubious nature. It places you at the crossroads of loyalty and integrity, challenging you to either support a friend or uphold your moral principles. Often these secrets involve covering for someone's mistakes or misdeeds with the classic "don't tell anyone," but suddenly you're not just a confidant, you're an accomplice and hiding something that shouldn't be hidden. This situation draws directly from the wisdom of Stoicism, where the emphasis is on living according to virtue and reason. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once remarked that we should not merely be concerned with what happens to us, but rather how we respond when asked to keep a secret that involves deceit or wrongdoing. Your response should align with your ethical beliefs, not just your relationships. Carl Jung also touched on complexities of secrets. With his exploration of the shadow self, he believed that by concealing parts of ourselves, or in this case, concealing truths for others, we risk integrating these shadows into our personalities, leading to inner conflicts and a dissonance between who we are and what we do. When someone asks you to keep a secret that feels wrong, they're not only imposing on your peace of mind, but potentially inviting you to integrate deceit into your own shadow. So how should one navigate these murky waters? First, it's vital to communicate your discomfort clearly and calmly. A simple yet firm "I'm not comfortable being part of this" not only sets your boundaries, but also signals to the other person that their request has crossed a line. This approach between who we are and what we do. When someone asks you to keep a secret that feels wrong, they're not only imposing on your peace of mind, but potentially inviting you to integrate deceit into your own shadow. So how should one navigate these murky waters? First, it's vital to communicate your discomfort clearly and calmly. A simple yet firm "I'm not comfortable being part of this" not only sets your boundaries, but also signals to the other person that their request has crossed a line. This approach